Y'all, I just saw a huge, well, maybe not huge, but a big, I'm trying to remember to talk louder, a big encampment of homeless people. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, I do not consider people that live in, let's say, a decent van like Tank was,
GPS signal lost.
any kind of a camper vehicle. I do not consider that being homeless. I never thought I was homeless, okay? I really consider being homeless when you're living like this and you live outside, as I call it, in the dirt. Now, one of the reasons why these people get kicked out of everywhere, can y'all see that? Is because they're dirty and filthy. And you see right here, they travel with this stuff. And that's not garbage. I mean, y'all, there's a bunch of people out. Oh my word. Y'all, why don't people understand that if you would keep your area clean, you would have so much less hassle. Y'all, I'm going to tell you, there were tents, I don't know how many over there, and I saw one older gentleman, oh, maybe my age, sitting in a lawn chair next to his tent, surrounded by trash. Now, I have a thing about that, y'all. When I lived in Tank, I used to keep gloves and bags so that if I went somewhere and parked, even over at Kohl's, if I would park over there for a while just to, relax in the afternoon, have some shade, Hazel and I would get out and pick up trash. I don't get it. I mean, these folks, they're not going to be allowed to stay there very long. I mean, this is right by the north on-ramp and off-ramp for Highway 5. They are not going to allow that very long. And I'm telling you, if I were living in the dirt,
in 800 feet, turn right onto the I-5 South ramp.
I shut you off, girly. Anyway, they would have
turn right onto the I-5 South ramp,
because I would be after people to keep their area clean.
In a quarter mile, merge onto I-5 South.
And even somebody who is mentally ill, and of course it depends on how bad, but you can always, there was a young girl that I used to deal with, you can always offer to help them. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time, they'll accept your help. If you're not pushy, if you're calm about it, that is the biggest reason. Not because they leave needles everywhere. Yeah, you do find some. When last year, I think it was, when I worked with a homeless gentleman named John. Some of y'all remember that. we did a huge, it took a week to clean up.
In a quarter mile, use the
2
right lane to
areas.
take exit 51B for California 78 Vista
And
Way
I
toward
mean,
Escondido.
we left them spotless. I took my yard rakes, gloves, contractors' bags. I mean, everything that we needed.
Use the right lane to take exit 51B, then keep right at the fork.
And John and I worked really hard. And even the able-bodied, mentally okay people were so lazy. And I told him, I said, you know this is why you get hassled, right? Do you know that?
Keep right at the fork.
I passed out all kinds of stuff, and y'all know that because so many of you sent things.
Continue on California 78 East for 3 miles.
Girl. Anyway, it frustrates me to no end. It's like, why don't they get it? Why don't they get it? And then for Oceanside to pass that, whatever they call it, ordinance or law or whatever, that you cannot be in your vehicle between, I don't know, 2 o'clock in the morning to 6 a.m., something like that. Do they expect people to just levitate? I mean, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Now I'm yelling. Now you can hear me. I wish I could remember the name of her channel. It's Glow something. I might have mentioned this in another video.
In 2 miles, take exit 3 for College Boulevard.
Okay, shut up. Oh, you are never supposed to say, shut up. I rarely ever say that. In fact, I can't remember the last time. But, could have been 10 minutes ago. But y'all, mostly she talks to people who live on wheels. And you have, I wish y'all would speed up just a little bit so I don't get hit in the butt. It's the truly homeless people. Although one day when I was at CVS, there was somebody in an SUV, nice looking vehicle, McDonald's trash right down by his door. I just don't get it. That's why I showed y'all all those tents along that street by Starbucks and McDonald's. And I have to admit, people at Starbucks knew my order because I used to go all the time. But thanks to somebody.
In half a mile, take exit 3 for College Boulevard.
I'm sorry about that, y'all. But anyway, they had tents that were donated to them. They were new.
Take exit 3.
They had little storage thingies, tent thingies. They had it made, y'all.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto College Boulevard.
And because of a few people being trashy.
Turn right onto College Boulevard.
Because of being trashy. Some of them, most of them, they kept their place neat. When I met John, he was sweeping the
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Marin Road.
Next to where he was camped. Now, I don't know if the ones that were neat and clean, and if they had trash, they kept it in their tent. I don't know. Did they offer to pick up trash for those other people? I don't know. But it was the ugliest thing in the world. And what they did, what the city did, was they moved them out of there. And yeah, if you get a notice, and if you're not there with your stuff, gathering it up, they'll take it. It goes right in the dumpster, whether it's trash or not. And you can't really blame the city for that. I mean, oh my word, if I owned a business over there, I would be out there picking up their trash. But, you know, I just have never gotten that. And I guess it's because the way I was raised, the poorer you are, the cleaner you need to be. And I've said that before, and that's just a thing.
Turn right, then turn left.
With my family, all of them. My mother's side, my stepdad's side, my dad's side. I mean, no wonder I'm a maniac. But I don't get it, y'all. Ooh, Ted, we just scored some good shade. I really don't. I really don't. Y'all were so sweet. I had an Amazon wish list, and y'all sent contractors' bags, gloves, emergency blankets the tinfoil ones that keep you really warm when it's cold. You sent so much stuff, y'all. And I'm going to tell you, anytime I would ask a homeless person, would you like to have a bag? Yes. And I would tell them, you know, if you carry your possessions covered up, it looks better and you won't get hassled so much. Hand wipes. One of y'all sent a big old thing of personal wipes and baby wipes, and I passed that stuff out. And you know, that encampment that I just saw, I think I'll buy some bags and go over and offer to clean up. I think the more people get pushed around, the worse they get. I think it's like the attitude becomes Carl's Bad Properties. Is he a slumlord? Anyway, I think it becomes an attitude of, you know what? I'll just show you. Because what Oceanside is doing, just like so many other places, is they are not offering a solution. They talk about it, but they don't do anything. Although, I must say, whoever was donating those tents and stuff, God bless those people. And y'all know that I got the licensing board, or whoever you call them, from the food department, came to my house and shut my little soup and sandwich thing down, even though I got an A+ rating from them. there's a law, I guess, that you cannot cook food at home and feed homeless people. Now that's stupid. That is stupid. Y'all donated to that too. You helped me buy groceries and all those little insulated soup cups and Bernadette, and I'm sorry if I leave somebody out, but so many of y'all helped. That winter, I mean, there were clothes coming in, sweatshirts, warm socks. Sharon, I still have a pair of those wool socks, and I kept them for myself. When it's cold, I wear them. Just one pair, though. But I feel like I need to do something. I loved making all those sandwiches and cooking all that soup, making that soup, and people were so grateful to get hot soup and a sandwich, and of course some cookies or brownies or whatever I made. Sometimes it was just sandwiches and chips and some kind of, little pastry or something, and bottled water. The answer, or the partial answer, is this: you provide a place for them to go. And yes, you'll have to provide porta potties, hand washing stations, and big dumpsters. And you'll have to have some supervision. I'd be happy to do it. And my new friend Steve that moved in on the other side of Leo and Maria's, I'll tell y'all about him in another video. He would be happy to get out with me and try to do some kind of good. It's good for the city. It's good for the people. You cannot tell me that this city cannot provide a place. We have the land, I know we do. We have the resources, I know people would donate out the yin yang. Because these folks, and y'all know this, you watch the news, but they just go from place to place to place, and they make a big mess everywhere they go. Why not contain it? I'm sorry, y'all. I just don't get it. I don't. I know there's money. You get grants and all kinds of stuff. The community, when you reach out to the community for things, I mean, y'all have seen it before, that when there's a need, a community comes together. Now, not everybody would, that's for sure, because some people hate these people. They hate them. Now, I totally get if they are encroaching in my neighborhood. I totally get if they are impeding my business, that people don't want to come to my store because they have to go through all of that, see it. Now, this place where I was a few minutes ago, that was at the Big Lots, which is right across Oceanside Boulevard from the McDonald's where they used to have the big encampments. And as soon as you would get it up, within 2 weeks, sooner probably, people would start navigating right back over there. I know I'm wasting gas sitting here with my van running, but I'm going to tell you, little Teddy gets really hot. And he was an angel in the drugstore. He always is. He's better than Miss Hazel was. I held her, and she didn't like it. He stays right next to me. See, I guess maybe it's because I try to examine myself and figure out why I have some of the things that I do. And I really enjoyed my pretty much one person, well, two, John, of course. He would not let me go in the encampments and clean up by myself. He said, "No, you cannot do that. I'll go with you. Don't go by yourself." So, but the fixing the meals and things like that, and I always made sure they had like a Albertsons bag or a Walmart bag. Please dispose of your trash, please. I enjoyed that so much, and I felt like that I was making a little contribution. And financially, I could not have done that without y'all. I couldn't have. But for some reason, and this is part of the reason, I know it, because I know myself. I know myself very well, almost as good as God does. If he revealed everything, it'd probably kill me. But I don't really like or enjoy working with an organization. Now, I did like working with Bread of Life because I was pretty much, I did my own thing, when I was helping get the thrift store going. But part of the reason is because, I know you're not going to believe this. I know you won't. I am a control freak. Yeah. That's not a good thing to be. It's not. I try not to be. But one thing I can't stand is when people sit around and just yak about something. Get your gear, get up, and do it. Yeah, you need to have a little plan. You need to be organized as best you can. You have to have your supplies that you need. But sitting around jacking your jaws, to me, that is irritating. It's like when there's a few people and they're going to go out to eat together and nobody can decide on where to go. I can. It's like, who cares? You're just there to be together, right? Not for the food or whatever. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to shut up. I tell myself that all the time. When I would have to repeat myself to Terry over and over, I would just catch myself and say, "Shut up, Deborah." And Terry would just laugh. He thought it was funny. He thought a lot of that stuff was funny. But anyway, I'm feeling that thing again. I always want to be doing something. Now, I really have to test Teddy. He barks at people, but he usually, once they come through the gate and everything, he's fine. but he'll always bark when they come to the gate. They bark. He barks at Sheila all the time. He knows her. He stays with Aunt Sheila sometimes. When I have to do something and it's really hot, sometimes I'll leave him over there. And she said, he's so mellow. Well, he did poop in her house one time, the first time. Anyway, y'all, I get so frustrated and I want to do something, but I just really don't want to try to find. When I was doing the soup and the sandwiches and everything, a lot of y'all said, Deborah, get with a group. Join a group. I really don't like that. I don't. I like to go at my own pace, and I like to do things my own way. That's not to say if somebody doesn't have a good suggestion, I can go, oh, yeah, that's awesome. Oh, that's a beautiful Jeep. I'm sorry, y'all. Eye candy is everywhere, along with the trash. But anyway, y'all, I know, you can tell me until the cows come home. Okay, the variant is out there now, and we've got a lot of stupid people. You don't have to have a good governor or a good mayor. I mean, Texas and Florida, I'm so glad I don't live in those states. But you don't have to follow what they say. People, use your own brain. And I'm going to quote Dr. Fauci, follow the science. Sweetie, when you asked me about Biden the other day, in a comment, I love you, but I don't get you people. I do not. Anybody that can still follow Trump, I am really, really seriously concerned about, y'all. I just don't know. It's like our mule, Kate, that used to plow the gardens for us. She had to have blinders to keep her on the right path. And you guys have blinders keeping you on a terrible path. And I just pray. Anyway, this is not a good video. But anyway, they can't all be that way. Most of y'all know I just speak my mind and I say what I think and I express my feelings, and I always respect yours if they're done in a respectful way. So, I got to go into PetSmart before I run out of gas. And at $4.25 a gallon, you really shouldn't be messing around. I still have to go to Lowe's. But anyway, love y'all. Be safe. I can't believe we're still having to say that. Be safe. Thank goodness for our senior citizens. I think 99.9% of our senior citizens are wise people. I wore a mask into CVS. I'm going to wear one in here. Not to protect myself, because I feel very comfortable with my vaccinations I had, but I don't want anyone else to think that I'm being cavalier about their health. Should I put a mask on Teddy? He just looks at you with those big brown eyes. You are a good boy 99.9% of the time. If you could keep your leg down. I wonder if I could tie his hind legs together, y'all. You know, not, but you know how you used to hobble your horses sometimes? Like if you went out in the middle of the field to read a book. I mean, my horse I could drop his reins and he never moved. But some people would actually hobble their horses' front legs. And they didn't tie them squishy. They just, they just hobbled them so they couldn't, take off running. But anyway, I wonder if I could use a little headband. One of those soft fabric headbands, and just kind of, come on up, baby, and just kind of hobble him so he couldn't raise those legs. There'll be some nut on here that says, oh my God, blah, 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 because they think I'm serious, but that's okay. Anyway, I have got to shut up, y'all. Oh my Lord, some of y'all are going to be wishing I was still in a funk. Do something fun today, and you'll probably see this yellow shirt again. Bye now.